Bam, we're making a fucking solo podcast today, and the reason of this podcast is because I played Street Fighter 6 the other day, and the game, I was it's annoying, I'm playing Kimberly, and also being new to 2D fighters, it's just kind of like, ah, But the point is that, I feel like those games suck, bro. More Tekken 8 ain't out. It ain't out, so I can't really call Tekken 8 trash yet. I'll save that for when the game comes out, right? But so far, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1 have come out, and I feel like they're two big pieces to the big three of fighting games, right? Where it's like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, right? And every other game is like they exist, but they're just not as popular as those three. And so far, next gen, I feel they're trash, bro. So far, the first two that have released, Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1, are not that good. And I'm gonna start with the one that I think is better of the two, and that's Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, it's a fun game. I enjoyed it when the game came out. Street it when it launched in June 2nd, 2023. I played the heck out of the game. I was having fun. I was looking up Kimberly Tech. I was in the Discord servers looking for Kimberly Tech and everything, right? But now that the game has been out for almost a little over 6 months, it's January 5th right now. So it's been out actually for 7 months now. Holy crap. And the game, December 1st, got its first competitive online mode DLC, or like, not like DLC in terms of like characters, but we finally got some skins, right? And it feels like the online competitive aspect to this game is just forgotten. Like, they don't care about that aspect of the game, although I feel like that's what's gonna keep the game alive. And at least towards the latter half of the game, it feels like the game is dead. Like, the game is on its last legs, right? And we're waiting for Street Fighter 7 to come out, because so far the game hasn't had any balance patches, and which is, it's okay if they had no balance patches, but they released with 35 characters, right? So there would be more stuff to figure out. But this game released with 18 characters. On launch, you only had 18 characters. And just to give you guys a comparison, Tekken 8, I know it's not out yet, but it has 32 characters in its base roster. 32 characters and the game. So I feel like more characters is good. Uh, and I know the super competitive, try hard tournament players aren't going to agree with what I say, but for casuals, it's great, and for people who are intermediate players, it's great, because it doesn't make the game feel boring as fast as when you have such a small roster, right? When I get on Street Fighter 6 and I get matched up with somebody, I kind of understand. I kind of understand what the match is gonna be. I'm gonna play against Marissa, and I'm be up. He's gonna be down in health, and then I'm gonna make one mistake, and I'm gonna lose all my life. Like, I know Ken. Okay, he has better footsies because the character has better buttons, not because he has better footsies. Like, you understand what's gonna happen already, like the process of the game, right? And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that you guys have 18 characters. I'm playing against Cammy. I know what's gonna happen when I play against Cammy, because I played against so many of them, and it's frustrating because it's like, it's so, like, it's boring. The online is boring for this game. They've added 2 characters since then, so, oh great, we have 20 characters in the game, and there's I feel like there's no discovery to be done, and then there's no balance patches coming in. So just I'm playing the same shit. I don't care. I don't want to. I don't want to play this. I'd rather go play Tekken 7. And that's exactly what's going on. I'd rather go learn another character in Tekken 7 than uh, play this game and try figuring out the one character that I know how to play. And there's no battle passes, so it even adds more to like who cares about the like they do have battle passes actually. I let me correct myself there. They do have battle passes, but it's only for battle hub characters. It's not even for characters that you're physically seeing in a match play against another character. It's the character that you created on some on the world tour mode that I haven't even touched. I don't care about the world tour mode. I'm here to play the online competitive aspect of the game that is you will see in tournament play, right? Like that's what I'm engaged in, and it just feels like who cares about us, dude? There's nothing for me to do in this game. So I'd rather, if I'm gonna play a game where both of them are dying, I feel like Tekken 7 is funner because it has more fucking stuff that I can learn, and it's still dying. It's in the same phase as Street Fighter 6. So I'll just go play Tekken. I'll play Tekken 7. And now let's talk about the real stinker. And it sucks, okay? Let me just preface this whole Mortal Kombat feeling, and it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make it, because I was like I should make a review on this game, but I was like work, and even then when I didn't have work, it was like that I felt like the ship had sailed. And but now it's like, hey, Mortal Kombat's been out, the game is a complete stinker. It's a dumpster fire of a game, and it sucks. It sucks because I wanted this game to be good. It's the first time that they released Deception and Armageddon characters into the game, or like they're coming back. The boys are back, right? And that's how it feels because as a kid I played Deception. I beat the conquest mode. I remember having to staying up in the middle of the night passing the controller to my siblings just because we couldn't do Kenshi's fucking long ass combo. Like, in other words, his 10 string, Like, I remember us just like passing the controller to each other because I'm tired. I couldn't do it. And eventually we got it. And that sense of accomplishment was cool. And I remember I also played the conquest for Armageddon, which is really was like some beat 'em up, and the game was fun. I enjoyed those conquest. Motor combat was cool. They had that puzzle combat with the if you know, all right. But point is, they had all this cool stuff that you could do outside of just playing against your siblings, right? Because online wasn't really a thing when I was a kid. But I had fun playing those games, and a lot of those characters were returning in this game, and it's gone. It's gone. I don't want to play it. And to be honest, I'm never playing a NRS game again. I'm never buying one. Uh, Unless it's $10, I'm never buying another NRS game. I feel like it's three strikes you're out. Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11, and now Mortal Kombat 1. You guys have managed to release 3 games where I decided to just play the story mode, and then I'll shelve the game because that's what it is. It's a shelf game, and I don't care for it. The gear system in Injustice 2 was horrible. The movement felt terrible in the other game, and the assist in this game. And even then, the movement in itself still feels horrible. I also really hate the block button in this game. Like, they should just make an option where you can toggle so you could play on a arcade stick. Because, like, I don't get rid of that. Where, like you toggle block button off and you have to hold back to block, or hold down or down back or whatever to block. low, and if you want a flawless block, you do third strike parry, right? Something like that, so it makes it so the game is like more accessible to more people, especially considering that this is a next gen fighter and it's probably going to be around for a long time. Like, I thought you would want more players to play your game, and the game just overall. Also, I played the story mode, and the story mode felt rushed. The late half of the story mode just felt like it was super rushed, and I feel like it had to do with the fact that they character locked the character behind the story mode. Like Havoc was in the game, but you have to beat the story mode. So players like myself, I typically would have never played the story mode, right? And because he was character locked, I had to play it. I beat it, but the ending felt very like I didn't care. Even the boss fight in the game, they felt like they didn't even care. So um it was another stinker there. And then after that, they had uh they nerfed my character in Baraka, right? And as somebody who's calling for balance patches, I guess it's like contradictory, but it's like they nerfed him, and then I was like, well, I'll play Johnny, and then I'm like, well, they might nerf that motherfucker too, so then I'm just like, oh god, bro, I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't want to bother with all this other stuff. So Mortal Kombat dropped the ball really hard. Oh, we're not even talking about the fact that there's certain things that were in previous NRS games that are just not in this game. Like, there's just like complimentary stuff, like lobbies and all this other stuff that were in the previous games, gone in this one. On the fact that you can't skip Wi-Fi players or deny matches against Wi-Fi players on ranked. Like, I would get it if it was a player match, but it's fucking ranked, dude, and I can't. I have to play against this guy who has a 4-bar connection on his Wi-Fi, dude. I'd rather. It's just like, it's horrible, and I'm not even talking about how bad the freaking community is. Oh, you beat them once and they leave. They beat you once and it's like whatever. Saying the N word hard R into the microphone. Like, it's so crazy how they even, oh, this guy has a high win percent. I'd rather not play against him. So my win, it's so weird, dude. It's so weird, and I was over the whole experience of playing Mortal Kombat. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you can keep sniffing on that dumpster or whatever. I just don't get it, how anybody would really enjoy that game. Um, so I'm not buying any NRS games anymore unless they're $10 or somebody donates money so I could buy it. I'm on strike. They're on the same list with NBA 2K, all the sport games in general, and maybe they'll come off someday in the future, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I feel like they've already have like this identity, and that's what they want, but uh I'm tired of game companies releasing garbage and just expecting me to be okay with it, especially with this model of, oh, well, the game will be a failure on launch, and then we'll patch it, and then eventually it'll be a good game. Like, nah. I paid $100. I want the game to be good on launch, and I want the game to be good and fun throughout. Like, it's one thing if I dislike the game for the gameplay, but it's another thing when there's just basic stuff that you already had in the previous game and it's missing in this game, and there's basic stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why can't I skip a Wi-Fi player? Let me just skip him. Why do I have to play through lag? Like, fighting games are already frustrating, and I'm over here playing test my fucking luck on ranked. You know, it's I don't know. It's sad, but because Mortal Kombat has a genuine place in my childhood, and it's just like I guess I won't be playing Mortal Kombat soon. I just have to. It's a dead franchise to me now, so it sucks. But that's pretty much. Follow my socials. Subscribe to the channel. All that. It sucks that I have to leave this video on a bummer, but this that's pretty much what it was gonna be. These two games are very underwhelming right now, and hopefully they change it up in the future because it feels like they're not trying. And that's